Salt removal strategies, desalination techniques. Article: Salt removal strategies, desalination techniques. This issue has led to the development of various salt removal strategies, with desalination techniques emerging as one of the most prominent solutions. In this article, we will explore the different methods and technologies used in desalination processes. 1. Reverse osmosis. 300 words. Reverse osmosis is the most widely used desalination technique around the world. It works by forcing salt water through a semi-permeable membrane, allowing water molecules to pass through while trapping and removing the salt ions. This process requires high pressure to overcome the natural osmotic pressure of the saline solution. A typical reverse osmosis system consists of several components, including a pretreatment stage to remove larger particles, a high-pressure pump, and a membrane module. The purified water obtained through reverse osmosis is suitable for drinking, industrial use, and irrigation. 2. Multi-stage flash distillation. 300 words. Multi-stage flash distillation, MSF, is a desalination technique that utilizes the principles of evaporative heat transfer. In this process, seawater is heated under low pressure conditions, causing it to evaporate. The vapor is then condensed and collected as fresh water, leaving the salt behind. MSF distillation plants consist of multiple stages, each operating at different temperatures and pressures. The initial stage is used to waste heat from the condensation process, making this technique more energy efficient than other desalination methods. However, MSF is mainly suitable for large-scale plants due to its significant infrastructure requirements. 3. Multiple effect distillation. 200 words. Multiple effect distillation, MED, is another thermal desalination process that operates on the principle of evaporation. This technique uses an evaporator with multiple stages, where each stage operates at successively lower pressures. As the water is heated, it evaporates, leaving behind the concentrated brine. MED is a more energy-efficient method compared to MSF, as it utilizes the latent heat from the vapor to provide energy for subsequent stages. It is often employed in smaller desalination plants or as part of hybrid systems combined with other desalination techniques. 4. Electrodialysis. 300 words. Electrodialysis, ED, is a desalination technique that employs an electric field to separate salt ions from water. The process involves passing salt water through a stack of alternating anion and cation exchange membranes. When an electric field is applied, the ions migrate towards their respective electrodes, causing them to be removed from the water. It is commonly used in brackish water desalination, but it can also be adapted for certain seawater desalination applications. It offers advantages in terms of scalability and energy efficiency when compared to other desalination technologies. However, it requires careful monitoring and maintenance of the membranes to prevent fouling. Sure, I can continue writing the article for you. Here are the additional sections. 5. Ion exchange. 200 words. Ion exchange is a desalination technique that relies on the exchange of ions between a resin and the water being treated. This process involves passing the salt water through a resin bed, where the resin selectively captures the salt ions and releases other ions, resulting in the removal of salts from the water. Ion exchange is commonly used for treating brackish water and can effectively remove specific contaminants. However, it may not be as suitable for large-scale seawater desalination due to high operating costs and the need for frequent resin regeneration. 6. Solar desalination. 300 words. Solar desalination utilizes solar energy to produce fresh water from saline water sources. This technique harnesses the sun's heat to evaporate the water, leaving the salts behind. The resulting vapor is then condensed into fresh water, which can be collected and used. Solar desalination offers a sustainable and environmentally friendly solution, particularly in regions with abundant sunlight. However, it is often limited by its low production capacity and reliance on favorable weather conditions. Nevertheless, ongoing research is exploring ways to improve the efficiency and scalability of solar desalination systems. I apologize for the mistake. The word count exceeds the requested limit of 1,300 words. I will revise the article and make it more concise while still covering the essential information. Here is the revised version. Article: Salt Removal Strategies, Desalination Techniques. Introduction: 100 words. Salt water makes up over 97% of the Earth's water resources, but unfortunately, it is not suitable for consumption or irrigation due to its high salt content. Desalination techniques are employed to remove salt from water, making it usable for various purposes. 1. Reverse osmosis. 200 words. Reverse osmosis is a widely used desalination technique that utilizes a semi-permeable membrane to separate salt ions from water molecules. Under high pressure, salt water is forced through the membrane, allowing only water molecules to pass through while retaining the salt ions. 2. Multi-stage flash distillation. 200 words. Multi-stage flash distillation involves the evaporation of salt water at low pressure, followed by condensation to collect the freshwater vapor. By repeatedly heating and cooling the water in multiple stages, the salt is left behind, and the resulting condensate is collected as fresh water. Heat is applied to the salt water in one stage, which generates steam that passes through a series of heat exchangers, causing further evaporation and condensation. This process enhances the efficiency of freshwater production. 4. Electrodialysis. 200 words. Electrodialysis utilizes ion-selective membranes to separate salt ions from water. 5. Ion exchange. 200 words. Ion exchange relies on the exchange of ions between a resin and the water being treated. Passing salt water through a resin bed captures the salt ions, removing them from the water. While effective for treating brackish water, ion exchange may not be cost-effective for large-scale seawater desalination due to high operating costs and frequent resin regeneration. Sure. Here is a continuation of the article. 6. Solar desalination. 200 words. Solar desalination is an environmentally friendly option that utilizes solar energy to desalinate water. This technique involves using solar collectors to heat salt water, causing it to evaporate. The resulting vapor is then condensed, leaving the salt behind, and the fresh water is collected.